What is going on, guys? We're here, we're live midday, about 3 p.m. for a little bit of a product website update stream just to tell you guys what's going on, what we've been working on, and all the cool stuff that we are doing. So I'm live from Indie Gaming League headquarters. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm dropping a ton of frames apparently, so if it looks pretty crappy or if you can't hear my voice, let me know, and I'll try to do something about it. So first off, let me know if you can hear me okay. Whenever I stream without T now, I tend to mess something up. So hopefully I don't do that. Don't do that this time, but we'll see. Manival, yeah, I got Shuriken. Don't worry, I have those guys up there for a reason. We'll get into that shortly, but we're gonna get started here in about a minute or two. Sounds like I'm sounding pretty good, so that's a good thing. Hopefully we can get a couple more people into the stream because what we're going to show you guys is really awesome. No one else is doing it anywhere, and it's just going to make it way more fun to play in Indie Gaming League than it already is. We got to do something to keep you guys entertained and to keep you guys interested in coming back. We had 4,000 people playing in the winter circuits, and for the spring circuits, we're going to have a lot more than that. Great things coming for IGL, for Indie Gaming League. So, as always, it's going to be a blast. A couple things we're going to try to accomplish with this stream and for future streams. We're going to try to do these once a month where we kind of give updates on where things are at and also give you guys a chance to give us feedback on the website or really anything that we're doing, whether it's new games you want, new website features, Discord stuff, whatever it is. This is a good opportunity for you guys to give that information. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to walk through what we got coming up. The second thing I'm going to do is just I'm going to take any feedback you guys have about what we're doing and what we're building. And the third thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you kind of an actual prototype of something that will be released here in about a month, maybe a month and a half. So we'll see. So you guys can give some feedback on that, but I'm really excited about it. Okay, so I think we're about ready. I think we're about good. It still says that I'm dropping like 54% of my frames, but you guys are telling me that everything's good to go, so I guess we'll just move along with it. All right, so here we go. So let's jump into it. I got a little presentation for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. I'm a big fan of Google Slides, just my personal preference. But first things first, and actually I gotta jump up here. Got a little sneak preview of what's to come. But anyways, the frames are a myth. We're just a 46% kind of chat. Okay, well, interesting. Anyways, here we go. We're jumping into it. So this is a community update. Kind of already talked through the goals of this session. First, we're going to talk about what is kind of coming up in the near to midterm future, what we've kind of committed to. Not much will change with these things. But it's always possible. You never know what's going to happen. So first and foremost, here are the three things that we've got coming up. The first is we've realized and found that people really love playing on stream and having their games casted and commentated over. The on-stream experience is really important to IGL and to participating and having fun. So we got some community caster tools that will make it tremendously easier for existing casters to integrate information from the IGL site into their stream. So additional context are things like team logos, player names, player stats, all that cool stuff. We want to put you guys, give you guys the ability to customize that experience however you want. So if you want to do like, pre-stream overviews of upcoming matches, you'll have access to a lot of information on the IGL website that'll be directly integrated with your stream almost at the touch of a button. It's pretty cool the way that we're building it, and we'll get into that further. Second, layering on top of that, those assets, and I'll show you examples of them, those assets will be relatively customizable. So for example, if you own a franchise, or if you're on a franchise, or if you're a paying member, you'll have the option to customize those assets and how your brand and you as an individual are are displayed on stream. So for example, if you're part of the Shuriken franchise or the Voids franchise or the LST franchise, you can have special branded assets that display on stream while people are watching them, and that the caster can use to talk about all the cool stuff you're doing. And that's something that I'll show you a quick prototype of later on. And the third thing is we're going to be introducing some new franchise features, because we know you guys love your franchise and love being a part of those. So there's some cool kind of management, but mostly management stuff for the most part, that will make your lives easier and allow you guys to grow as big as you want to be. And we're still learning about the franchise stuff, so any feedback you guys have, certainly let us know. I'm going to do my best to watch the chat if you guys have any questions. Looks like we got 30 people hanging out with us. How's it going? Hope you guys don't miss what's about to come. So, if you have questions, ask them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them as fast as I can, but I'm also going to be going back and forth between the presentation and you guys. So for now, just stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and jump into more details about the Community Caster tools. All right, so here we go. Community Caster tools. So we have quite a few community casters, and we get more and more people wanting to do this, asking to do this all the time. What we realized is if we want more community casters and more people to be able to play on stream, we need to make it really, really easy for casters and people who want to be casters to access really cool information that we have stored on our website. So again, things like player logos, team logos, stats, player stats, team stats, maybe aggregate franchise stats, all that information all that information will be available to you at the touch of the button. And GamerTeach, it's actually the opposite. We actually want it to be easier for you to cast. And you'll see what I'm kind of talking about. I won't get into too much how it works, but basically you'll be able to essentially copy, instead of uploading image assets from your computer or downloading from their website and then accessing them from your file drive, there will literally be URLs that you'll copy and paste from IGL into your streaming software, and you'll only have to do that once. So basically, the first time you do it, it'll auto-populate all of the images that you might need for future subsequent matches automatically, because it'll know what match you're playing at a particular time. And again, not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of that. But that's kind of how it's going to work. The second is we're going to take the scheduling for the stream spots out of Discord, and we're going to put them on the website so that people who want to book stream spots and have their games casted can do it there, and then casters can approve and view the spots that have been requested of them and enable that integration with their stream. So that's kind of what I mean by a portal for players to book matches. So we're moving that function out of the Discord and into the website, which allows really cool stuff like we'll be able to advertise the fact that your match is going live to other people who might be interested in seeing that information, which again only creates more opportunities for you to get more viewers and have a more fun and engaging experience. So those are the two things that are coming out of the Community Caster tools, and like I alluded to with this second bullet point here, the auto-generated assets will be completely customizable, meaning not completely at first, eventually they will be, but initially you'll have sort of a fixed set of assets that you can exchange out depending on how you're feeling for the day, and you'll see kind of more information about that here in a second. For the franchise stuff, we know you guys have been asking for a lot of this stuff pretty soon here, or you guys have been asking for a lot of this stuff for a long time, but we finally have gotten a little bit more development work, and we've gotten a little faster at things, so these things are things we can actually commit to. So for new franchise features, you guys have asked for managers and coaches. You'll be able to sort of assign those roles, the owner will, to those particular people, and they'll have a set of permissions that they'll be able to do. One thing might be maybe you can assign them to a particular team. You can assign them to a particular team so that they can have access to that team's schedule as well. Or if they're coaches, maybe they have access to particular stats to help the players improve. So if you're really competitive and you want that kind of information, you can certainly you can certainly do that. So managers and coaches on the horizon. The next thing, this is actually something that we are releasing essentially immediately, franchise exclusive trophies. So what this means is if I am on local sports team or Shuriken and I want to reward specific players in my franchise, I can do that by giving them trophies that only players in my franchise can earn. And I can define what those look like, how they're given out, and who they're given out to. So if you want to give people a franchise exclusive trophy for the first time they play in a circuit with you, you can. Or if you want to give them a trophy for, being, you name it, the first franchise to win 3 circuits under your banner, the first team to win 3 circuits under your banner, you can give them a special trophy for that. Basically, you can give them for whatever you want. So for example, Sunless Khan and a couple the other guys who have franchises will be releasing franchise trophies for players in their franchise, and more details on what those look like specifically. But if you are a franchise, you can give out franchise exclusive trophies. They will be limited at first because we're going to see how things work, but essentially you can give them to whoever you want. You give them to everyone if you want, or you can give them to a select few. And of course, we also we just put in another order to our designer for I think 5 or 6 more trophies that are available to the broader community. So we'll be releasing more information on that in the future as well. The third is social and merch links on your franchise profile. Pretty basic stuff, but those will be available too, coming soon in a future update. And then finally, we will be redesigning the franchise page in its entirety to make it more useful and more effective. And T-Now saying the trophies don't have to be weekly either. That is true. It's pretty much all up to you. You can give out the trophies however you want if you own a franchise. The redesigned franchise page, this is something that I really want all of your feedback on and what you want to see, what's wrong with the existing one, or feedback you have on the existing version of it and what you want to see in the future. TBD on what actually comes out of that, but we do want to make it a bit more usable, and we want to make it a place where all your achievements are tracked and visible, so things like aggregate franchise stats for particular games, showcasing games that all that your teams are playing on, etc., etc. A lot of cool stuff we can do there. Maybe even integrating a Twitch feature, Twitch integration, so that your Twitch stream can be displayed if that particular channel is live. T-Now asks, I guess, sorry K-Cup if I missed your question. Can you have more than one manager? Sure, it's not really limited. You can pretty much assign a particular role however you would like. So if you want to have a bunch of managers, you can, or if you want to have a few, you can. I think what it might likely turn out to be, and I'd love your feedback on this, is that you would potentially create a manager, and then they would have particular permissions with individual teams. So they may not have control over a couple different teams. They may not have control over every single team. They'll probably just be assigned control over the teams that you designate for them. But again, would like your feedback on that. Permissions are always kind of sticky business. And then and captains might be a lesser version of the manager, where captains are assigned to maybe one team or assigned to teams individual. Trunk Cookie saying, can we let K-Cup remove her own players from the FA list? I don't deal with the Discord stuff, but I'm fine with it if everyone else is fine with it. If you have more questions or more ideas or thoughts on the franchise features, let me know. Post them in the chat. Tina will highlight them, or just remind me to answer them. I don't think I missed any other questions, so we're gonna kind of move on to what is kind of more, this is sort of a misnomer. It's not really near term. It's more sort of far term, off in the distance. So the first thing is, we know that scheduling can sometimes be a really complex and arduous process. We know it's a problem. I play in the league. Tina plays in the league. There's always those people that it's hard to schedule with. Based off the feedback that we've gotten, it sounds like the biggest problem is just finding available times to play. And we want to make sure that IGL is always a flexible experience. IGL is always open to everyone, and we firmly believe that the best way to do that is to allow people to schedule their own matches with the other team. It sounds like, from what we've heard, the getting in touch with the other captain is not as big of an issue as finding times to schedule matches with the other team. So we're going to be working on a scheduling assistant that will effectively kind of automate some of that for you based off maybe available times that you define up front, or suggesting times to both teams, and based off what they choose, if there's a matchup, it automatically schedules that. One thing that will also come sort of before this is you'll actually be able to record the time that your team is playing on the website so that it's in a mutual place so that everyone knows what time the game's being played. You'll receive reminders for matches in a variety of ways, or if you don't want to receive reminders, you can turn that off. And just in case, some people fall asleep an hour before their match and they wake up right when the match is starting or well after the match is done. So we want to help you guys avoid that stuff kind of happening and just make it easier for everyone in general, because we want to make sure that it's easy to schedule, right? We want to make sure that it's easy for you guys to get in touch with your opponents, because the easier that is, the more likely it is that you keep playing. So that's that. The next thing is we'll be releasing a looking for team tool at some point in the future. We believe we have a lot of information and context that can make that really cool, and don't have it defined yet, but that'll come at some point in the future to help people who come in as individuals find people that to play on their team. And the third thing is we'll be revamping our verification process and just making it bigger, better, and badder than it already is. We've already made a lot of improvements, but we got a long ways to go. All right, so I went through a lot of information. Hopefully you guys connected with some things. If there's some things you want to ask or talk about, make sure to list them in the chat here. But now I'm going to jump into the really cool stuff, the stuff that I've been excited to talk about, and I think you guys are really going to like, particularly around bullet point number 2. So let's go ahead and jump into that information and talk about it. Tinsel Cascade, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Saying love the franchise editions, love to see it. Can't wait to get your feedback on them when they're actually live and in action. But here we go. All right. Try to get my game to show up on screen. Give it a second. Hope you guys like the new sub and follow emotes as well. DM Designs didn't for us like he does most of our stuff, and he did a really good job. All right, so here we go. We're jumping into it. So the first thing is quick preview. You'll see that I have the in-game overlay up with the scoreboards. So the first thing is we talked about community casters having an easier time getting ready for a stream. That is the sole purpose, one of 2 purposes for that program, and making it easier for you guys to get ready. So scoreboard overlays will actually be pre-generated into sort of a browser URL that you can easily copy and paste into Streamlabs or OBS to make it easier to get set up for a stream. So what I mean is you'll no longer have to pull down the image assets from the website, load them into Streamlabs, and take that time to get that set up. The team name, the team logo, the division information, tier information will all be automatically generated and pulled into your setup automatically, and it'll be beautiful. And instead of spending 15-20 minutes to get set up with that information, it'll happen automatically, which I think is pretty cool, and it'll allow new casters to get set up more easily and have an easier time doing that. All right, the next thing, we have created a way for casters and viewers to have more information about the match, the players that are playing in it, faster and in a customizable way. So for example, I'm just going to show you this right here. This is essentially what I call a player card. This is the Majestic Flying Narwhal. And all of this information, albeit this particular information is just it's just fake because it's on my dev environment. But all of this information is auto pulled from our website. So the kills, total points, total damage, the stats, the team, the franchise information, that is all immediately pulled from the website and displayed on stream for your viewing benefit, and so the caster can have more information. And they can move this wherever they want on the screen. They can create custom overlays, custom scenes with it. All it is a browser URL that is pulled directly from our database and displayed on the stream overlay. T-Now says, of course it's fake. It's decent stats on there, and it's Narwhal. gotta love the jokes coming out from Commissioner T-Now. But this is one version. This is one version of the player card that we've created, and there will be a version of this for team cards and franchises. And then in the future, that information, the team cards and franchises, there'll be different versions of those as well. So, on top of this, if you're a member in Indie Gaming League, and I know you guys have been wondering what else we're adding to the membership program, if you are a member in Indie Gaming League, you will have the option for some customization functions out of the box with these player cards. For example, this is what it looks like if you are a member, a buff member or an OP member in Indie Gaming League, and there will be different assets available to both of those groups. But you'll be able to customize what those look like and how they appear on stream so that you can advertise yourself however you want, or just have fun with it and have a good time. So this is one version of sort of like the branded player card that you can have access to and create. You can customize it with your franchise information like this one is, or you can customize it with individual skins that you earn throughout the season. So for example, there will be skins if you win first place in a circuit, you'll have a custom skin that is available to you, kind of like rewards in Rocket League or other games. Or if you earn, say, there will be other ways to earn different types of skins for our paying members, and of course there will be skins out of the box that are available for those members as well. There will also be different types of these cards. So for example, this is a vertical version, so casters will be able to pull in either one and display them on stream and be able to talk about the individual players in that match with more information and context. Is another version of what a member's card might look like. So this is a first version of the player cards we have. These will be available in about a month and a half. So kind of just in time for the playoffs to start, so you can really show those off. Chubb Webby says, pretty sure those are my stats on that card. Certainly a possibility. Our designer pulled them off something off the website, but they're just examples for the purposes of this stream. But anyways, you'll be able to show these on stream. They'll integrate automatically with our caster streams and anyone who pulls them from the website, and they'll be available to members in the form of customizable versions, and non-members will still have access to these basic cards that you see here. And we will have team versions and franchise versions that we release over time, and then of course we'll continue to add functionality and skins to this stuff as well. And eventually we'll be releasing animated versions for each of these assets in addition to what we have now. Tinsel Cascade saying, are these updates already live? They're not live. They should be live hopefully in the next couple weeks. We still have to do some work on the back end, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what's coming up. But this stuff is coming, so I want to hear what you guys think and feedback you have, because this is a perfect forum for you guys to give any feedback you want to give. I want to see what you guys want to see on stream and in this format, as well as what you guys want to see from the franchise updates and franchise functionality. So if anyone has any questions or thoughts, let me know. But this is all stuff that's coming. This is all stuff to both enhance the membership program, but also create a better viewing experience for any Indie Gaming League matches that happen on stream. And all of it will be very quickly integrated with whatever streaming platform you're using. There will be a portal that you can use to access this information and grab it if you are a caster, but it should reduce the time it takes to get set up for streams, and it should reduce the time it takes to set up for your streams, and also give you a lot more context as a caster to be able to talk about these matches. You can pull up every player next to each other that's playing. Every player. I'm getting distracted by looking at what's in chat, so I'm just going to answer this question. K-Cup, the manager roles, when would they be dropped? TBD on a timeline, but I'm hoping, again, in a month and a half, so not in the immediate future, but hopefully soon. It really just depends on how quickly our newest developer gets onboarded so that we can get him producing a lot of this stuff, in addition to me, because I still do a lot of the development work. Chubb Wubby asking, might have missed it, but can non-members customize their playing cards? Right out of the box when it's first released, there won't be customization available to non-members. But at some point in the undetermined future, there may be very basic or light skins that are available to custom members, kind of like how when you play in Rocket League, there are always free things that you can earn. But TBD on that. I think this is just sort of a test to see how people react and how people like it and how much people use them. So they will be reserved for members in the beta, and I guess the beta rollout. But you will have access to these the basic player cards. So it is a member benefit. Exclusively for the time being, and there will be specific skins available to buffed members and OP members. I think I got through all those questions, but going back to what I was talking about before, you'll be able to pull up individual player cards for everyone on a team and compare and contrast all their stats live, which is really cool. Creates more experience for the viewer. Really far in the future, just giving you a picture of where we're going, these assets will actually be, as a viewer of a match, you'll be able to toggle them on and off at your own will, and they'll only show on your particular channel. So for example, if you're watching a match and you don't want to wait for the caster to bring something up again, you'll be able to display that information yourself over your own stream individually, so that you can have access to that live. So we're creating a suite of really awesome tools that you can use to display on stream and to engage more with the match. So anyways, I'm almost out of breath. I went through a lot of stuff, but Tinsel Cascade saying that's awesome. It sounds like you guys are into it from a variety of perspectives. So again, if you have any thoughts or feedback, let me know, because I'm excited about this. This is Michael and I, T-Now and I said his real name, I don't know if I'm supposed to. Sorry Michael, everyone knows who you are now. I think everyone knows. Scout S6, which is my girlfriend. She says you're awesome. Thanks, girlfriend. I appreciate it. Drunk Cookies saying, give me more to come for sure. And yeah, I'll make sure to to take care of this Scout account. But K-Cup saying, can I DM you or T-Now a question? Sure thing. Feel free to post in the Discord if you have questions or thoughts or feedback. But yeah, I don't think I really have anything else. Pretty short stream, Zingor asking, can we add Mixer integration too? So in terms of what you're seeing on stream, Zingor, it's independent of any streaming platform. So it will work with Streamlabs and OBS. So as long as you are using one of those to manage your stream, then you will be able to add this information. Okay. Yes, Manivault. Exactly. It will be a browser source, and there'll be instructions on how to integrate it, but it's honestly pretty easy. One of the cool things about this as well is these cards will be able to be animated in the future. So for example, if you guys want to create custom animated backgrounds for these cards, you will be able to. Or for well, I'll keep that for a future date, but these will be kind of upgradable and animatable in the future. There's things we can do like profile border overlays and things like that. There's a lot of stuff we can do. And I'm just kind of talking and chatting. But that's sort of a preview of what we've got going on. Like I talked about, we have new franchise updates coming, managers, captains, a couple other things. We have community caster tools. What else did I talk about? I'm gonna pull it up here. We'll have a community caster portal so that players can book matches through that versus the Discord. And in long term, we're going to be revamping scheduling, creating a looking for team tool, and creating a better verification process for you guys. Tinsel is saying, any plans to expand into other games? Not allowed to release that information yet, but we have already solidified what we're doing for the spring circuit, and it is a pretty big expansion. As you guys know, there is no prize money for the winter circuit, which has enabled us to add a lot more stuff for the spring circuit and then scale up from there. And we're really excited about that. So glad that you guys are excited about it. There will be Rocket League updates and additions. Not going to get into that. There will be new game additions. Not going to get into that either. I think that's the big things for the spring circuit. The big hint. Not saying anything else. XP Jake saying, do you think with scheduling being improved, the length of the season could extend? Possibly. I don't really know if. Well, the reason that the season is 6 weeks long and not any longer is because a lot of people, that's just the preferred time that they would like to play. We have talked about creating smaller circuits, so you would be able to sign up for a particular circuit that maybe has 2 matches a week instead of 1, or maybe it's 8-10 weeks long instead of 6. So if you want to give us some feedback on that, then let us know. Likely those leagues will be reserved for specific individuals who have proven that they can reliably play in a league and aren't going to drop out. So what I mean is, in the future, there will be some sort of regulation on if it's your first time playing in a circuit, you'll have access to sort of specific leagues and circuits. And if you've played a lot and you've shown that you're reliable and you're not going to drop out 3 weeks into a 10-week circuit, which creates a lot of problems, then you'll be able to play in those other circuits. But TBD on that, no real timeline, and there's no guarantee that we ever actually do it. The point of that would be, though, to reward those people that stick around and continue playing and are reliable and show up for their games on time, and, you know, don't rage quit on us. Because the worst thing that happens, and the thing that can be so frustrating for a league, is when players just stop showing up or players just leave. Thankfully, in week 1, we had the lowest number of teams drop that we have ever had, which is absolutely nuts. The lowest number, percentage-wise at least, which is crazy. Suffish Twitch saying, just won your EU 3v3 game. Congrats! Congratulations, that's huge, man. Glad to see it. You won the last one via forfeit. Yeah, unfortunately that happens. But, you know, things like that happen. Some things get in the way of being able to play your match and they forfeit. Or, who knows, maybe they got banned. But, lowest number of teams kicked out in the first week that we've ever had, which we don't normally have a ton, but sometimes it's more than others, so it's a good start to the season. Make sure to get your matches in. Make sure to communicate up front. Don't be one of those lamos that waits till like Saturday night to message your team. It's both teams' responsibility to reach out. And honestly, guys, if you reach out on like Sunday for the upcoming week, it is seriously so easy to get your match scheduled. I've played in every single circuit that we've ever ran, and I reach out Sunday evening, and I get my match scheduled within 24, 48 hours. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I know some people don't respond, which sucks. But I've never had any huge issues. So reach out Sunday evening for the week coming up. You won't have any problems. You won't have any problems. I guess while we have like 28 people in here, I don't just want to cut the stream off. I want to get some feedback. So I created a little like Discord bot that will remind you of matches that you have coming up. They'll remind you to schedule your match. I know that Discord, we don't want to spam people, so I'm curious what you guys think about a Discord bot that, if you opted into it, would give you reminders to schedule your match or reach out to teammates, or, you know, if you have a match coming up, be like, hey, your match starts in an hour. Because I know a lot of people communicate through Discord versus email, so if that's a better way to communicate with you guys, then let us know. I want to see if anyone has any comments on that in the chat, because I would love to hear about it. It's really easy to make. I actually already have most of it built. Tinsel Cascade saying, depends how often they ping you. Opt-in would be good. So Tinsel, I think what we would start with is like, you would get, so basically, to start with, it would effectively be like on Mondays at a particular time, you would get a ping that's like, hey, don't forget to schedule your match. And then on Friday, if your match results had not been submitted, it would send you a reminder that says, hey, your match results haven't been submitted. What the heck's going on? Do you need help? Do you need us to reach out? Are you able to get in touch with your team, with your captain? Blah, blah, blah. So that's, I think, how it would start. But as it gets more intelligent, if you have your match scheduled, it wouldn't ping you. So if you have your match recorded on the IGL website, it wouldn't ping you and ask you to schedule your match. XP Jake saying, could we include the captain you're supposed to schedule the match with in the reminder? That's a great idea. I like that. It definitely could. Manavault saying, should make it also ping anyone that signs up for a stream spot an hour before. I like that idea as well. That's definitely something that we can sort of build into it. So it sounds like as long as it's opt-in, which it obviously would be, because it's also illegal not to do that, then people might be into it. Chub Wubby, if email works for you as a reminder, then you can keep doing that. There would basically be a communication preferences tab where you could say, like, I want to get my reminders via email. I want to get my reminders via Discord. I want both. I want text messages, whatever. So you would be able to opt in, and you'd be able to opt into what you want, if that makes sense. T-Now does like to spam people. Yes. That's his job, is spamming people. I don't know if you knew that, but that's literally what he gets paid for, is to spam people. Alright, so I think Chub Webby says, I'll sign up for everything to feel more important. Hey, do whatever you want, but if you do that, don't come yelling at me when you get annoyed at the Discord bot spamming you. Alright, that's all I'm saying. I'm just messing around. But it would be really easy to opt out. You would actually be able to do it like in the conversation with the Discord bot. So it would say, like, if you don't want to receive these messages, say like opt out or whatever, or no. Or you could respond like just with a particular command, and it would opt you out. That would definitely be a requirement and built into the platform. But I feel like a lot of you guys, it would be way easier to show up free matches, or it'd be way easier to be reminded. Be way easier to be reminded that your match is coming up. Chronic says, I'm in class. Can you turn on subtitles? Oh dang, I totally would. Maybe someone can just type out. Maybe someone just type out what I'm saying. I love that idea though. That's actually interesting. I wonder if I could, like, a Twitch extension that builds in subtitles. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. It's gonna be like The Office when they use WUPHF. I actually don't know what that is. Sorry guys. Maybe, I guess I don't understand what The Office much. I've watched The Office, but I haven't watched everything. T-Now says, I'll dictate. All right, so I think it sounds like a couple other people kind of joined in. So I'm just gonna, like, for the people who saw everything, I'm gonna kind of quickly go through everything once again. So if you want to leave, that's totally cool. If you want to hang out and keep asking questions, that's totally cool as well. But Chronic, basically, this is what's going on. We are releasing a couple new features. One is community caster tools to make your life, because you're a community caster, way easier when you're getting set up for streams, and also to give you more context and information available to the people who are watching your channel. So what you're seeing on stream right now are custom player cards that pull directly from the IGL website and pre-populate with information. So for example, those stats on the Majestic Flying Narwhal's card are auto-populated from the website. Coop Dizzle and Void Bags cards, since they are members in this fake world where they're members right now, they also are members. Those are customizable because they're members and they have access to a set of skins that they can use to customize their on-stream experience, and those will display on stream for people who are having their games casted. There will be a set list of skins available to buffed members and OP members, so sort of a different list for each. The OP members will have access to all of them, obviously, and then at some point in the future, franchises as well as possibly individuals will be able to customize their own skins for their cards. So it's really just a way to make the streams way more fun, way more engaging. When someone's playing on stream and you like their skin, you can be like, that's awesome. Or also to highlight players that are on franchises. And there will be player cards, team cards, and franchise cards. So pretty cool. Those 3 different assets will be available, and the player cards and the player cards for sure will come in vertical and horizontal formats. And the team cards and the franchise cards probably will just be one version of those to start. Chronic is liking the updates. Glad to hear it. Glad you're stoked about it. We think it's going to be pretty awesome too. The second thing is we are working on some franchise updates. So for the Helix Gaming guys, or anyone who's a franchise really, you will be able to add managers as well as captains to your franchise, and they will be able to have specific permissions related to specific teams, so that they can help schedule and manage and make sure that your teams are showing up on time, with the franchise trophies as well. So taking a step back, we are introducing franchise trophies. So what that means is, if you own a franchise, or if you own a franchise, you can create exclusive trophies that are only available to players in your franchise. So, and you define how they earn them. So you could give out your franchise trophy or trophies to everyone in your franchise. You can give them out to people who win in your franchise. You can give them out to players of the week in your franchise. You can do whatever you want. The rules will be defined by you. You can award them however you would like. But it's just to give you more engagement for the people who join your franchise. And they'll be on there. They'll show up on those players' trophy cases. Be a really cool thing that they can share online, and it'll give you guys a chance to another thing to attract more people to the org that you're building. And we want to enable you guys to do that, because as you guys grow and bring more people into the league, IGL grows, and that's what we want. That's the most important thing we want. Manival asking Chronic to cast them versus HG next week. I like it. I like it. Trying to book spots on stream. The other thing that we are introducing is a caster portal. So on the website, there will be a place where those who want to play on stream can book stream spots directly with casters based off what they make available. So basically taking what's in the Discord already in the stream schedule channel, and we're putting that on the website, and you will book those spots there going forward. You won't be able to do it in the Discord anymore. You will do it on the website, so that all those games can be scheduled, and we can actually advertise when and market when those streams are taking place. Because again, the community casters are really important to us, and we want to make sure that you guys are getting as much viewers as possible, because again, as you guys grow, we grow. It's a great relationship, right? And the more people watching your streams, the better. And obviously you'll also be able to book stream spots on the main IGL channel when we cast as well. And I forgot to mention, if you're a caster, you'll actually have a special tag on the website. Titles. Titles might be coming some point in the future. After all this stuff, but titles will come at some point, and you'll have a community caster tag. Or maybe a captain tag, maybe a manager tag, franchise tag. Lots of cool stuff happening. Okay, it's 3:44. I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes to ask any questions that you might have. If there are none in the next 5-10 minutes, I think we're just going to end the stream, and we'll close it out, because I gotta get working on this stuff. I'm the lead developer, and I'm the lead developer here, so I got to make sure that I'm getting these things out and on time for you guys. Because hey, that's what I got to do. Tina's actually working right now as well. So let's see. I'm not seeing any other questions yet, but if you guys have any, post them in here. And we'll try to do these updates once a month. I think that is a reasonable time period. If we don't have enough to talk about, we may cancel them, or we may switch to doing them like quarterly. But once a month, I think, is what we're going to shoot for now. Give you guys updates on how things are coming and how things are working. But man, this was a lot of stuff. We covered a lot in 45 minutes. And if you just jumped into the channel and you want me to repeat anything, go ahead and just ask. Just say, can you repeat everything? And I will. Jacob what's going on, dude? Good to hear from you. Will this be on stream or will a YouTube video go up too? We will put it on YouTube as well for people who might miss it. Jacob, did you just get here? Do you want me to repeat it? It'll be VOD, but it'll also be on YouTube. Jacob, you just got here. No worries. I'll recap everything. So, first off, we're releasing new franchise management features. So you'll be able to add managers and captains to teams if those teams are on a franchise. It will be a membership feature. So if you're not a member, you won't be able to do that stuff. But if you're on a franchise, then the franchise owner can assign managers and captains. So you just need someone to be an OP member and have a franchise. The second thing is we're releasing community caster tools. So if you're a community caster, one, there will be a portal where players and teams can book stream spots on the website. That's the first thing. Two, we are creating a set of tools where assets will be pre-generated via browser URLs on the website, and you can put those in your streaming system, whether it's OBS or Streamlabs or really anything. You can automatically throw those into Streamlabs, and that information will directly pull from the website onto your stream. And that's actually what you're seeing here. So Majestic Flying Narwhal's player card is auto-populated from the website. This is the basic version. If you are a member, you will have access and the ability to customize your card in sort of the skin-like fashion that you're seeing here with Coop Dizzle and here with Void Bags and the franchise information that you're seeing. So if they're on a franchise, that information will show. We will have two versions of the player card. We'll have the horizontal version and the vertical version. And we will also have team cards, which will be bigger, and also franchise cards, which will be a little bit bigger than these as well. Casters or whoever is streaming will be able to display these however they want. So this is meant to give them the ability to customize their stream. If they want to do pre-show overviews of matches, they can pull these in advance, show that information, and make it more appealing to the viewers. Or maybe they want to review it after a match. They can, or maybe you just want to have your own talk show. Maybe you just want to talk about what's going on in 3v3 Europe for Tier 1. You can totally do that. Or maybe you want to do it over the playoffs. You can certainly do that as well. We're giving you guys the ability to do that if you are a caster. Also, if you want to be a community caster, if all of this information is appealing to you, can you still do that? No, I guess not. I thought we had a command for a community caster application, but maybe not. But anyways, there's an application in the Discord if you want to be a community caster. So check that out if this has inspired you to try your hand at casting. Casters, I was off by a letter. So that's what we got going on, guys. I don't think I have anything else. Got about 5 minutes left before I'm gonna cut this thing out. Got a lot of work to do, So any other questions from you guys? You have about 5 minutes to ask them before we conclude the first ever community product update. I don't know what you guys want to call it. Community stream. Anything. Thanks, T-Now. I'm so glad you're excited for all the stuff that you already knew about. Jacob, the VOD directory would be interesting across all the community casters. That would be pretty awesome. I played around, I mocked up like a version of that a while ago, and it was pretty cool. I think what we're trying to do first is get all the streams, or all the whole streaming schedule and that whole process on the website first, and then something like that might come in the future. Alright guys, going once, going twice for any more questions that you might have. Then we're shutting it off, we're ending the stream. React to the play of the week. I don't follow it. What do you mean? Give me, I want to know what you mean, Drunk Cookies. Who's your favorite mod? I can't play favorites. I don't play favorites. No favorites here. T-Now probably has a favorite mod though, you can ask him. Manavault says, good update, glad you guys are liking it. Oh, watch the play of the week video and tell us what you think while it's playing. Oh. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I can do that. Pull up the play of the week video and show it to you guys. I don't know if it'll play. I'll have to figure this out. Oh, I see. We're doing reaction videos for play of the week. Here we go. We're doing a reaction video. So I want to do this. I want to have this up. And we're going to do a reaction video to end it. We're going to do a reaction video to end the stream. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are ready. Okay. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear, though. That's the thing. That's what I'm curious about.
So, Gibber going up against Luigi here. Going with oh, there it is. No.
See, Smash is so hard. Like sometimes I just don't have any idea what's going on. But it seemed like a cool play. This is pretty cool. I actually watched these videos previously, and I also just like Apex, and I'm a little biased, but. I don't know why here he didn't just like res the guy. He could have done it really fast. Like he would have been up by now, and he wouldn't have gotten into the situation he did. But see, he waited too long. I wish I could aim that well. Unfortunately, I can't.
Around from your opponent.
This is awesome. I love. Alright, I won't spoil it, but I already watched it.
Or LST. Bobo's loving Drunk Cookies here, killing it.
The backward
he
shot.
bounces it in off the wall. As the
That is
fans are
my favorite play to
nice
do is the backward
from
shot.
Drunk Cookies there.
All right, number 7 coming up.
I think I agree with that because I think one of the most underrated aspects of the game, and I think this comes from it being in many ways.
Good job, Jack.
I can't believe I actually saw someone playing as Sonic in that one. That shocked me. He's not like really meta, is he?
Ozzy though catches them off guard, trying to get a big clear. They can't connect. Zamira has to win this 50. They do. Backfrag there for the touch. This one's going in. It's safe. What? Are you kidding me? Nickel short.
I literally thought. Hold on, let's go back. I literally thought this ball went in.
Are you kidding? 50. They do. Backfrag there for the touch. This one's going
Like,
in.
did it not?
It's safe.
Oh,
what? Are you kidding
okay.
me? Nickel short.
The guy in the goal box hit it from behind just barely, and it prevented it from going out. That was crazy.
Ones there too, so make sure you get them submitted. And even if you're not on stream, you can just clip it with like GIF your game or any other sort of recording software. Put something on. Oh my goodness. Speaking of highlight plays, look at this pass down from Zingor to Old Man Joe. They were two teammates in the very first circuit they ever ran, and that
I always love the textbook Rocket League plays. Just fundamentals. My basketball coach used to tell us that. It always reminds me of my basketball coach when I see plays like that. Fundamentals. The passes from the cross passes. And this is absolutely nuts. I mean, part of it's luck, because like you can't be planned, but also part of it's skill, because you're positioning yourself to be able to get that second hit if it becomes a possibility. See, I don't know, like Smash, it's hard for me to get into them, you know? I don't play enough Smash.
I'm up. One very left, one very left. I have it.
This is crazy.
Dave, we got it. Yes.
No queen lives, one berry left, no one's going for snail. And there it is.
Where'd that berry come from?
There were two at the bottom left.
Oh, man.
Alright, we got the whoops of the week coming at you. I actually kind of missed what happened there. I need to rewind it. Here we go, number 1. Oh, nice. Of course, sunless.
Ooh,
Wow.
You're nuts! Oh my god!
His reaction's way better than mine.
What a pass from Manivault, popped it up. Madams read it perfectly off the wall.
That was pretty sick.
Oh my god!
That was awesome.
That was...
Alright, guys. I think we're done. I think that was it. I think that was good. Own goal to tie, says Manivault. Yeah. And that play, that play from Manivault, Madams, and Sunless was pretty nuts too. Alright. I think that's going to be it. I'm just going to scroll up here. I don't see really any other questions. So, I think we're going to call it a day. But that is that is the first ever product community update. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you got any feedback, of course, you can type it in the product ideas channel. Or if you got any bugs that you find, of course, post them there. Any ideas you got, feedback you have, product ideas channel in the Discord. And if you're not in there, which all of you I think are, but here you go, just in case. Other than that, we're going to see you guys later. So, have a good one. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the night. Tune in to some of those community casters streams because they're a ton of fun. Those guys are working hard to bring you some awesome content. And eventually this stuff is going to be available to you guys. So, alright, that's it. We're signing off. I'll see you guys later.